Hello everyone, in this Python and Matplotlib tutorial we explain how to draw circles and rectangles in Python. We explain how to adjust the plotting parameters such as the face color, edge color, line width, hatch, transparency, etc. For example, in this video tutorial you will learn how to generate this figure. But before I start with explanations, I kindly ask you to press the like and subscribe buttons. Thanks a lot. Okay, let's start with explanations. Basic geometrical shapes such as circles and rectangles are created as patch objects. Patches are Matplotlib objects used to represent basic shapes. We draw a shape by first creating a patch object and then by adding this shape to the Matplotlib figure. As always, the first step is to import the necessary libraries. We import matplotlib.pyplot as plot. First, let's learn how to draw simple circles and rectangles. First of all, we need to define our figure. So we type plot figure, and inside we need to specify the figure size. Usually I like to create a figure that's 8 by 8. Okay, so let's draw a rectangle. To draw a rectangle, we need to call the function plot.rectangle, and over here we need to specify the coordinates of the lower left corner of the rectangle. Then we need to specify the width, the height, and we need to specify additional arguments. The bottom left point of my rectangle will be at 0.2 and 0.3. The width of the rectangle will be 1.2, the height will be 0.8, and over here as an additional argument I will just specify the color. The color will be red. Okay. This function will return a patch object, and consequently we need to type. I will call the object as rect1. Next, let's create a circle. In the same manner, we will create a circle. I will call the object that is the patch as circle1, and again I will call plot, and over here I will call circle. xy are actually the coordinates of the center of the circle. Let's draw a circle at minus 0.4 for x, minus 0.4 for y. Next, we need to specify the radius of the circle. In my case, the radius will be 0.5, and the color will be blue. Okay. So far we created two patches, one patch for the rectangle and one patch for the circle. Next, we need to add these two patches to our figure. To do that, we need to execute three commands. First of all, we need to do this. We need to get the current figure. To get the current figure, we need to call plot and we need to call GCF. This will return a reference to the current figure. Next, we need to get the current axis instance, that is a reference to the current axis. To do that, we need to type ax is equal to fig.gca. Okay? Now we're ready to add our two patches to the figure. To do that, we need to type x.addPatch, and we specify our rectangle. Okay, then we do the same thing for our circle. Next, we need to set the figure limits. We do that by calling plot.xlim, and over here as a list we specify the limits. The limits will be from -2 to 3 in the x direction, and the y limit will be from -2 to 3. Okay, next let's save the figure. To do that we need to call plot.savefig. Let's specify the name for the figure. Let's call it shapes1. And let's specify the extension as PNG. And over here we need to specify the resolution. The resolution will be 300 dots per inch. And finally, let's show our figure. Okay, that's it. Let's run this code and let's see the output. Here it is. Here's our rectangle and here's our circle. Perfect. We can see that the faces of both circle and rectangle are completely filled. How about creating a circle and rectangle with only edges? We can simply modify this code to achieve that. We just need to specify this keyword argument as false over here, and we do the same thing for our circle. Okay, let's now plot the result. Here it is. Now, the lines are too thin. To adjust the lines, we will just add an additional keyword argument over here, line width. And let's specify, for example, 8 over here, and let's specify line width over here as 10. And let's plot again, let's see the output. Perfect. Looks much nicer now. Next, let's learn how to draw circles and rectangles with different face and edge colors. So again, let's create our rectangle. We call plot.rectangle. And over here, again, let's specify the same coordinates, 0.2, 0.3. Then let's specify the width of 1.2, height of 0.8. And let's specify the arguments. For the face color, we will use this keyword argument, face color. And we will specify the face color, for example, red. Okay. The edge color will be defined like this, edge color, and let's use, for example, magenta. Okay, now let's specify the line width for our edge, for example, 10, and here's an additional parameter that I always like to add, and that's the transparency alpha. Let's choose transparency of 0.9. Alpha goes from 0, and 0 means completely transparent, and until 1, and 1 means completely filled. That is not transparent. Okay, so this is our rectangle, and let's create our circle. To create a circle, we type circle, 1 is equal to plot.circle, and over here, let's specify the center. The center will be at minus 0.4, minus 0.4, same as the previous case. Then let's specify the radius of 0.5. Then let's specify the face color. Again, face color, and let's select black. The character for black is simply K. How about the edge color? Let's specify the edge color, and let's select, for example, as the edge color yellow. Then we need to specify the line width. Let's do it in a new row. Line width of, for example, 10, and let's specify the transparency of 0.5, for example, 0.6 better. And let's complete the code by adding these lines. These are the standard lines. We add the patches, we set the limits, we save the figure, and we show the figure. Okay, so let's see the output. Here it is. Perfect. And finally, let's learn how to draw circles and rectangles with a hatch pattern. Here's the piece of code I wrote that will draw a rectangle and a circle with a hatch. First of all, we define the figure, and here's the trick. We call plot.rectangle to create a patch. We specify the parameters, and over here we specify the hatch. And over here we specify the symbol that specifies the shape of the hatch. The hatch will be in this direction, and it will be a straight line under 45 degrees. In the same manner, we can draw a circle with a hatch, and the symbol that will fill in the hatch is star. Okay, so let's see the output. Here it is. Looks nice. And you can play with these parameters. For example, over here you can use something like this. And over here you can also select X. So let's see what will happen. Okay, looks very nice. Okay, that would be all for today. I hope that you liked this video. If you like the videos I'm creating, please press the like and subscribe buttons. Thanks a lot and have a nice day.